Hello, welcome to Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station. On October the 13th, the 12th ASEAN Education Minister meeting opened in Hanoi. This is an important event of the tenure of the Ministry of Education and Training of Vietnam as a rotating chair of ASEAN Education Cooperation in 2022 and 2023. Speaking at the conference, Deputy Prime Minister Vũ Đức Đam emphasized that in the past 2 years, the COVID-19 pandemic has caused a crisis for global education. 180 million children and adolescents are affected. 35 million children could not go to school. The pandemic has affected both morale and learning activities. In 4 days, the Education Ministers' Conference will focus on discussing the educational situation of each country, sharing practical lessons, as well as finding solutions towards sustainable education development of its country, especially in the post-COVID-19 pandemic. At the same time, the conference also adopted a joint statement with many important points. A plan to raise the base salary to 20.8% from July the 1st, 2023 has been proposed. This information was confirmed by the Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính at a meeting with voters in Cần Thơ City. The Prime Minister said that the implementation of salary reform was planned to be implemented in accordance with Resolution 27 of the Central Committee, but due to the impact of many factors, especially the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, it had not been implemented. However, in the past time, salaries has been adjusted for employees. Moreover, pensions and benefits have been increased for policy beneficiaries. On October the 9th, 2022, at the 6th Central Conference, the Party Central Committee assigned the Politburo to direct the Government Party Personnel Committee to complete the report on the salary adjustment planned to submit to the 15th National Assembly for consideration. Currently, agencies are proposing a plan in the direction of increasing the base salary for public sector officials, civil servants and public employees to 1.8 million VND, currently 1.49 million VND, an increase of about 20.8%. The expected of the implementation is from July the 1st, 2023. At the same time, the allowance levels for a number of occupations and fields will be increased. The Times Higher Education Ranking Organization announced the results of the World University Rankings 2023. Vietnam had 6 universities on this list. In the ranking, Vietnam has 6 higher education institutions, including Vietnam National University of Hanoi, Vietnam National University of Ho Chi Minh City, Hanoi University of Science and Technology, Duy Tân University, Tôn Đức Thắng University, and a newly ranked higher education institution this time, Y Huế University. After 2 days of meeting in Brussels, Belgium, the defense minister of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, affirmed that the military alliance will continue to support Ukraine but will not participate in the war. Speaking at a press conference after 2 days of meeting, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin said NATO will not be dragged into a war chosen by Russia, but we will stand with Ukraine because it fights to defend its own country. Mr. Austin said Russian President Vladimir Putin's nuclear strike warning were very dangerous, but declined to say how NATO will respond to a nuclear attack on Ukraine. He also praised NATO allies for their unwavering support for Ukraine. He especially thanked Spain for providing 4 Hawk missile launchers to Kiev as requested by Ukraine's defense minister Oleksiy Reznikov to increase the air defense capability of the country. Former U.S. President Donald Trump must testify about riots happened at the Capitol on January the 6th, 2021. That is the result of the vote of the January the 6th Committee, the body created by the U.S. House of Representatives to investigate the case. In the vote on October the 13th, all 9 members of June 6th Committee voted in favor to subpoena former President Donald Trump. Democratic Representative Benny Thompson, who chairs the committee, said Trump must be held accountable for his actions. The resolution to send a subpoena to Trump was submitted by Republican Representative Liz Cheney, vice chairman of the committee. Trump's subpoena will expire at the end of this session of the Congress. According to an expert, the January 6th committee plans to send subpoena to Trump in the next few days. Subpoena is non-binding, and many members of the Congress have considered that it is unlikely Mr. Trump will comply. That's all we have for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.